Hey guys, it's your favorite auntie. Ooh, this has been a week. Halle's pictures of her pregnancy has dropped. And I was reading some comments, and there were some people who were saying, even though they see the pictures, they're saying, well, what if she just ate a lot? What if she just has fibroids? If you're one of those people and that's what you believe, I don't know if this is going to be the video for you, because over here we're gonna go ahead and trust our very own eyes. And what we see is that Halle is very much so pregnant. Now, for the sake of this video, everything that I say is alleged and it's in my opinion. And this video may be filled with some dramatization because I'm a little extra like that. Halle needs some advice from her good auntie, and I got some advice for my little niece. Our niece, Halle, 23-year-old actress, songstress, from the music group with her sister, Chloe and Halle, which let me plug that their album, The Ungodly Hour, was in heavy rotation over here. Absolutely love that album. But she's pregnant by her rapper boyfriend, Lil Daryl, aka DDG, king of YouTube and king of trolling. And this is no dig to him when I say this. I think the success for him is going to remain with YouTube. The rapping, it's not my forte. I don't know a lot of people that's really into his music, but yeah, he makes money from YouTube. He is well known for his years that he's put into YouTube. Everybody knows he's put his family on, and they do very well. So I don't want to discredit him in that regards, because some people are on the internet calling him a bum. I think that might be a little stretch, because he's definitely not a bum. When I think of a bum, I think of a broke man that doesn't bring anything to the table. Definitely don't believe that. I definitely believe that, no, he absolutely brings his thing to the table. But let's talk about who he's paired up with. When we speak of Halle, this is her year. With her being the star of Little Mermaid, the first Black Disney mermaid. I mean, that was huge for her to get a role like this. And then, of course, we know, there was some talks about that where people had problems with the fact that it was a Black girl being the mermaid, which is ridiculous. It's a mermaid, but that's not what this video is about. But, all these young girls around the world just loving Halle as the mermaid. I saw the movie. I thought she did an amazing job. She's got that. And from that movie, she's got the mermaid doll. She has book. She was able to do British Vogue. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning pictures of her. Her beautiful song, Angel, dropped back in August. She's done Gucci print ads. She was doing Milan Fashion Week. She's going to be starring in The Color Purple. I think that's supposed to drop in December. I can't wait to go see it. All of this is her year. And at the height of her career, I don't even think we've even got to everything that she's capable of doing. This is just this year alone. She's killing it. And it's an uproar because, she's pregnant. And a lot of people do not like her child's father. People are just not excited for her in this regards. For those of you who may not know about him, I'm just going to do just a very brief summary of, who he is. So let me just start from this year about Lil Daryl. He goes by DDG. So this year he has an ex-girlfriend, Ruby Rose. I think she's a rapper. She might be an Instagram influencer. I don't know. She doesn't influence me, but that's not what this video is about. Well, Ruby Rose exposed him earlier this year for still being in her DMs while he's dating Halle. I think this is kind of like the start of why a lot of people don't like him. And it really could have been before that, but this is just my knowledge of what really caused the disdain for him. A lot of people felt embarrassed for Halle when this came out, because here you are, dating this girl who everybody has deemed to be, the perfect girl for, I don't know, for him, but the perfect girl, perfect girlfriend, just has a very good, clean image. And his image, it might be a little rough, but people felt secondhand embarrassment. I don't know that Halle was all that not all that embarrassed, because it doesn't look like they missed a beat. I think they stayed together during that entire time. I think they went a little bit more private, but I think we were more embarrassed for her than I think she actually was. Then he made a diss song about his ex, Ruby Rose, after she, fronted him for being in her DM. She, showed everybody the messages. And he never really explained why he was in her DM. So then she came out, Ruby Rose, and outed him again, saying that he was letting Halle wear her clothes. And I guess pictures surfaced of her in a particular shirt that she had wore, I don't know, a year or 2 years ago prior. That was the same shirt, allegedly. And so people was like, there you go again, embarrassing Halle because you letting this girl wear your ex-girlfriend's shirt. I don't know if that was the girl's shirt or not, but that's the reason why I think a lot of people just really don't like this guy. It went so far as to where fans of Halle started a petition on change.org wanting Halle to find her a new man. I was like, ooh, what did he do that at? That's a lot. So yeah, people just are not fans of his. I think a lot of people feel like she could do better and that he is actually pulling her down. So I kind of understand why Halle wants to hide her pregnancy. I think part of it has to do with contracts and branding that she has, because, I just kind of went down the list of all the things she's got going on. So I think she's trying to protect that. I think she's not trying to lose out on those bags. And I think that the other reason is because so many people just don't like her man. And so I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe that's why she doesn't want to just announce the pregnancy. What I have noticed is that they have stopped pretending like they're on and off, because stuff would hit the internet about him. And then all of a sudden he stops posting pictures of her. She stops posting pictures of him, and they kind of act like they're not together, but really they're together this whole entire time. So they stopped all that nonsense. And I noticed that they're parading each other around nonstop. Why? Because she's pregnant. That's why. So she's got to show that, no, he's a good man and that he is around all the time, and that, this is my child's father, because it's going to be announced. There's no doubt about that. It's going to happen. Because I don't think she can just go this entire time and then, not say anything and then, hide a baby. I think that's going to be a lot. So it's just, I guess, in due time when she decides that she wants to, say it herself. Now, the purpose of this video is because I want to give her some advice. Let your auntie give you some advice, Halle. And here's what I want her to do. I really want her to just go ahead and walk in her truth of her pregnancy. As a grown woman who's worth millions of dollars, who has the right to look down upon her for being pregnant? I want her to just be free from the pressure of people's opinions about her pregnancy. Who her child's father is has nothing to do with who she is at the core of her heart. It doesn't matter, that DDG is the dad and people don't like him. That doesn't matter. It doesn't make her less talented, and it shouldn't make her less marketable. She's not the first lady to have a child at 23 years old by a rapper. So I just really want her to feel comfortable enough to just say, guess what, you guys? I'm pregnant. Now there are going to be some people that are going to say, well, she doesn't have to, she doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. But here's the thing. She's just making it worse. People are constantly on her about the pregnancy. They're constantly posting things. Paparazzi is only going to get worse in getting, pictures of her. So just come out and say it. I think that it'll help die down some of the need for people to keep trying to out her. The next piece of advice that I want to tell her is that I want her to be prepared for the change in the dynamic of her relationship. It's no secret. mothers are the ones who sacrifice the most when it comes to having kids. DDG, he's unlikely to slow down anything. And Halle, by default, is going to have to do so. That's just really the role of the mom. The world touring and the traveling, probably for the first year, is probably going to diminish significantly. Unless she plans to travel with a bunch of nannies and take the baby everywhere, I think life for her is going to change temporarily. I don't think that's permanent, but temporarily life is going to change, and I need her to be prepared for that. There may be some animosity that comes with that too, because you're the one that's going to have to, she's going to be the one to have to do all the sacrificing. And luckily for him, though, he works from home. He does YouTube. That's the bread and butter. And that's no shade. There's no shade to him. The fact that he does YouTube, because YouTube definitely brings in 6-7 figures for people like him. So not shading him there, but that may help the fact that, he does that, because the rapping stuff, he just recently got booed at Grambling. So yeah, I don't think nobody's really checking for the music part, but I want her to be prepared for that. Here's another thing. I need her to command respect and put some parameters up in her relationship when it comes to her man. Why do I say that? Because it's distasteful and, in my opinion, disrespectful for DDG to make a song about not liking her kissing a guy in a movie. You remember the song he dropped about that? That's not art. No, not when it involves her bag. This was a coworker that she worked with, and he publicly disrespected this man. And so for future coworkers, they don't need to be concerned that her boyfriend is going to write a song about them if they were doing a movie together. And this includes, this includes filmmakers and producers who may want to work with her in the future. They don't need to be concerned about the things that her man does tying into her business affairs. And so because of that, I think she's got to be more vocal with him in regards to that. The last thing I want her to know is that her career and her life is not over because she's having a baby. She's in a better position than most young ladies her age to fully raise a child. She definitely has the financial means to be able to take care of a child. And I think she has the family unit that's there for her. So whether DDG stays around or he goes, her career, her child, and herself, she's going to be just fine. Now, I will say this. I don't think DDG is a bum. I definitely think that he would be the type of guy that is going to take care of his child. I like what I see in regards to his family unit and how close-knit that they are. And I don't really see him wanting to run from that just because he has a baby with Halle. I don't think he's going to run from those responsibilities. I think he's going to step up to the plate and take care of his kid. I don't know what that means for their relationship, because that's going to be tough. They're very young. I think he's 26, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So she's 23. He's 26 years old. So that's going to be difficult in a relationship for young people like this. So she's going to be fine. And I just want her to know that despite people's opinion, this is her relationship. This is going to be their child. Everybody just kind of needs to relax and take a back seat probably a little bit once she has the kid, and not put so much pressure on her, on him, if you start to see where she's not maybe moving about the cabinet like you would want her to, because of course she's going to have a baby and she doesn't need the pressure from the outside world of people, trying to tell her about her kid and their situation. So I think people got to lay off on that, but I want her to be prepared that that's probably going to come too, and to just make sure your situation at home is intact, that you guys stay locked in with each other, and that you don't give up on each other, because that baby coming is going to be very, very challenging. If you have an opinion about Halle, well, I shouldn't say opinion. If you have advice for Halle, please drop it down in the comments. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you think something different that you feel like, would be helpful for her, or maybe any young girl that's 23 years old that's pregnant and is trying to figure it out, drop it down in the comments. Let me know what your opinion is in regards to this, and be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And again, thank you guys for listening to my channel. So, excuse me, listen to my video. And I appreciate you coming to the channel. And I will see you on the next video.